Crazy at this thing called love. Just what I've been dreaming of. And I can never figure out, oh, how you do the things you do. Is why I'm so in love with you. I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future in me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. If I met you in another life and you asked me to be your wife, with grace and a smile I say, yeah, always now and forever. You be my one and only lover. Cause I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future in me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Pa-pa-pa-da-pa-pa. 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 Pa-pa-pa-da-pa-pa.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tony Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show on this beautiful Wednesday, August the 2nd, 2023. What is happening in Liberia? Let's go to my correspondent, Mr. Samuel Worker, and find out what's happening in Liberia. Sam, what's up?
Yeah, good morning, Ron. How are you?
Hey, brother. What's happening in Liberia? That's what we want to know.
Well, today the United Nations and ECOWAS leaders, they are coming to meet with politicians, all political parties, as a means of ensuring that there's a peace, there's total peace during the election, because what we are seeing on the ground, if we're not careful, like bro, bust up into a level of chaos. So they are coming today. We'll be meeting at the EGS ministerial complex, the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf ministerial complex, where we'll be having a meeting with all political parties.
Wow, again.
And again, if you remember, sometime moment before the last, they had a meeting at the Farmington Hotel,
Yes.
and just 2 minutes after the closure, President Weah was insulting another opposition figure. So we want to see what happens today. And just last month again, Gongo had his corruption rally. He was stoned
Yeah.
Alleged by citizen supporters.
Yeah, we saw
So we
that.
want to see if this will hold.
Mm. Oh, this is the problem we have.
That's the major news in Liberia today, this morning.
This is a serious problem we're having when our people cannot abide by laws and rules and regulations. And our country is like, we have no laws. People do what they want to do. You see, and this is the result of everything. So, what happened with the case with that girl in Nima County?
Well, police arrested the then woman, the woman that
Then
flogged. Yeah, the woman that flogged her friend or mate, accusing her of having extra affair with her boyfriend, not even husband. But she's undergoing police investigation. According to the police this morning, that she'll be forwarded to court
we mean by
for
not,
prosecution.
we mean by not her, they're not her husband.
They're not married, though they
But
get 3 kids,
and what else?
but they get 3 kids, but they're not married. They're just lovers,
They live
according
together.
to the story. Yeah, but they're not married.
Yeah, they're married. How long they been living together?
Well, that I don't know of.
Yeah, but they're married. They're in the house together, right?
Yeah, but
Everybody,
that's common. That's common in Liberia.
that's common law marriage. That marriage. They look at the everybody see them together. They're living together. They got children together. You don't know whether they're funds together, whether they got money together. They don't have to put ring on their finger to get married. We got something called common law marriage in Liberia. That's common law marriage. That's what they call common law marriage. You don't have to put a ring on the finger, but you put yourself out in the public like you're man and wife.
Mm-hmm.
Married. You got to put ring on the finger. You know, just the fact that they're living together, and even made it worse, they got 3 kids together. That consummate the marriage. You don't need ring. So right there's a common law marriage. Oh, listen, but they're not married, they're not married, yeah, they're married. They're living together. They got children together. You don't know whether they're funds, but they got funds together. So in America, we paying the bills together. So that's common law marriage. Common law marriage. Anyway, that doesn't give her the right to brutalize that woman either. So we'll see where the case will go. I just saw the case. I just was reading the police in the Providence. I keep calling that newspaper Front Page Africa. I was just reading in Front Page Africa. I always call it Providence Journal of Providence newspaper because of Rhode Island. Yeah. That's what happens when you live in rural communities. So what else? What about Prince Georgie? You mute.
Yeah, man, there was noise around, so I had to mute. There was a recording that he was telling his supporter that Jeremiah Kuhn is arrogant according to what we heard. But later on, he said he did not say he was blasting at. He was talking to Nyomli Kanga, remember, some time ago at the house when Nyomli wasted water or hot tea on Sir Joseph, a colleague in the Senate. And
But
so
how
it was
come
this
he
recording.
listened? And he said, according to the newspaper, he said that was his recording, that was his voice.
Yes, but it was cut and paste.
How do they duplicate his voice now?
They can cut and paste. You will cut and paste this recording, and it's very common in computer.
So they will go
And so that's what he's saying.
so
Yeah,
they'll go to look for him talking about Jeremiah Kuhn, cut that Jeremiah Kuhn.
they cut the one he was talking to Nyomli, and
Yeah.
and add it up, it became one voice.
It's not for us to believe it.
So that's what he said.
It's not for us to believe it.
Well,
Prince George has to have a loud, stupid mouth. Just talking that way, everything you want to say, he said it. Because you know he said it. Because Jeremiah Kun not doing what he wanted to do. Jeremiah Kun not a boy. Like he think he wants Jeremiah Kun to be, you know, touching Jeremiah Kun on the head and all that kind of thing. Like my son, and I will bless you and all of that. Jeremiah Kun not playing that game. So he pissed off. You know, every time he called Jeremiah Kun, said, okay, I'm coming. Jeremiah Kun doesn't go there. So he pissed off now. He said he arrogant, he this and that. He said it. He said that Jeremiah Kun not playing his game. He's not a son that he thought he was going to have. When you hear Prince Johnson talking to that, we all know Prince Johnson is crazy. And when he's talking to that, you know something went on and Jeremiah not doing what he wanted to do. So he doesn't like the whole idea of that and not getting to him. So right now, somebody trying to dupe his voice and stuff like that. I trying to fix mine. That somebody go ahead.
And it was the day before yesterday, the Monday, right? Monday morning by 7 to 8, it was a change of gunfire around the 72nd end. The 72nd, the former 72nd barracks.
Yeah.
It was the same waterfall and some motorcyclists. There was an exchange of gunfire. You know, waterfall has the same waterfall, and he denied involvement in all those things. But surprisingly, no media or carry. I was surprised yesterday when we got the information. It wasn't on news. Why?
But then you know
the same waterfall.
You know police involved. Or the
yeah,
media,
maybe.
Or the media scared of waterfall. Which one?
Well, it could be police was part of it because where is the waterfall getting gone from? Every time people complain waterfall, the police won't go there to investigate.
And why none of the radio station carry the news?
That's why I don't. That's why surprised people. So this morning, I mean, the call was all around from the 72nd end.
Wow.
So why is it that the police never? I mean, the news did not report it. Yeah. So waterfall is going to be like he's a giant for Pinsway, and no one can arrest him.
And nobody, none of the, but how many radio news outlets the guy Pins with them?
You got a lot of them. You get a Cool, you get 95 owned by the Musa Sharif. You get more than what I know of is more than 6 private stations beside EFBC.
And none of them recorded.
Nobody recorded, nobody reported it. But we were shocked when people started to call from 72nd that why is it that no radio reported the case yesterday morning? There was a heavy gunfire between motorcyclists and waterfall. Up and now, police are not come with any statement.
So and people just hearing about it this morning on the radio station.
Yeah, even the one that happened next door around the Virginia area, or Hotel Africa Junction.
No,
yesterday night. Armed robbery. They brought a PA system. Back with gospel music. Can you imagine? Gospel music playing around 1 or 2 in the morning, and they thought it was just some people come for a wake or so, and they attacked the car park. They took away some of the tricycles and the motorbike. When they left before the security, in fact, they grabbed the security and tied him up, so he couldn't talk. Yeah, PA system in the pickup, playing heavy sounds so that people can hear what was going on. And up to now, I'm going to all the radio station police and I reported it.
You kidding me? All these things going on, all this violence going on.
That's what happened in Liberia nowadays. So we gotta be very careful what's happening. People will kill you broad day, and police will never come to your rescue.
What?
That's what happened. Yeah, so
But not only that, and people not reporting it. That's the part that's
They're
scary.
not reporting it. Yeah.
Why they're not reporting
It
it?
ain't- We don't know. We don't know. We really don't know.
God,
Liberia is on time bomb, and people are threatening if they got mess relation, they will come with heavy force against him. And all these things happening. The government is not talking, it's not taking action. So maybe the government isn't know.
most likely. Because all these things can be going on,
Mm-hmm.
and it's scary when the newspaper and radio station are reporting it, you know.
Uh,
I was scared because that means people are not getting the news. All these things going on because that how people react to things when they hear on the news and on the radio station
yeah.
that and they read it. But if they're not reading it, they're not hearing on the news, they're not seeing on the internet, that means it's not happening.
The only radio station that touched on it a little bit was Rare Power. They were there next door. It's just a few yards from Rare Power radio station. So they were the only group that talked about it yesterday. Yesterday, yeah. Other than that, no other radio station reported it. And
Well,
police have not come out with any statement regarding the armed robbery.
you gotta be careful in Liberia, Sam. Security is they talk about food security. What's the situation with the food security?
You know, Liberia is hungry. So it's about food insecurity.
Insecurity.
Yeah, food insecurity. Liberia does not have food. You know, we import a huge ton of food of rice every month in this country.
That
Why
was
can't we make our own food? So we depend on foreign food.
that was a UN food report.
Yeah, Liberia is insecure. Yeah, it's not the first time. Months back, it's Liberia hungry, a hungry country. I think I told you. Liberia is very hungry. Liberia is food insecure.
But
Yeah.
insecurity that doesn't mean is an imminent problem. It could be a
But we
future
cannot,
because
yeah, but we cannot feed ourselves
that's an issue we've been going through forever.
for years. It's true.
So what's the new issue about that? We always got to import rice. We're not feeding ourselves. So what's new about that?
But when the top administration was much better because we had a lot of organizations in food, uh, 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 food program here, and, you know. But nowadays, since the war, we haven't seen nothing like that. With all the money, with all the support given the Ministry of Agriculture, we cannot see anything.
Hmm.
And
Let's go ahead.
you heard about the AACC? They sent it adjourned the next year on the after election. So those that were to be confirmed at the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, they were on hold, and
Yeah,
and, and we are trying to act. So they are still acting and working. So the election law says, I mean the AAC law says, no two persons come from the same county must be confirmed. But President, we have appointed them. They are acting. So they did not respect any law in this country no more. No code of conduct is being respected. What the
well,
taxpayers' money, they use it to establish all the institutions, and they are not going by.
but it's so sad because not only we are doing it, other people are doing it too. The
But
election,
we have the president, so we
yeah,
gotta look at.
but people got to understand standards of law to hold other people accountable. You see, if everybody in the country breaking the law, the president break the law, what do you say? If there were some people in the law in the country upholding the law and demanding that the law is upheld, then when the president break the law, we can point to the president and say, no, you got to do this. We demand that you do that. But everywhere you look in the country, man, the law is being broken by Liberian people who's supposed to know better. Who's supposed to be in charge, Stan? That is me, I'm telling you. All over our country, in your families, especially in the families. When we have problems in the families, you can't have good life in the social life. The family structure in Liberia is broken down because people don't respect family no more. People want to rob each other. People want to steal from each other. When you got that kind of structure where people you can't trust your own family members, then the whole system is broken down. Because for us to have a country and a society, it got to start from the family. Everything has a starting point. It starts from the family. Life starts with you and a woman. Then you're having children. Then you're living together and forming the common law marriage that we talk about. Whether it's through ring or just single marriage, or you being a Muslim or your faith, having different women with children, or having them under one roof, being able to control them. That's where life starts, Sam. That's where government starts. That's where society starts. Everything starts from there. So if the first step of the communal living is the family, that's the first step. If that step is broken, how can our nation be fixed? If the family is broken, how can our family be fixed? It can't be fixed, family, Sam. I remember in the olden days, we used to respect the family. We should respect the family. Nowadays, people don't respect the family. People don't respect the family. And when you don't respect the family, everybody loses. Everybody loses. Because there will be confusion in the family. There will be trouble in the family. But we can't go on living the way we were living before. Everything in our society got to change, Sam. You know, you see that one of my topic for this morning was, what is this election about? What is it about? For us to change our country, we got to change. Our country can't change without us changing. Look at Liberia as it is now, Sam. Flooding all over the country.
Mm-hmm.
The country is not habitable. It's not livable now. We're flooding all over the country. How can it be livable? You know, everywhere you turn, your car can grow, feces, organ. You don't know what in that water. So when it rains, people will stay home. Stores will not open because they don't want people coming in the building with that with the trenches from the water, from walking in the water and all those kind of things. You know, it's not healthy. It's hazardous. It's not healthy. So I was listening to the news this morning. The guy was talking about how they had torrential rains since this morning, or since last night, or day yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yesterday. How they've been having this torrential rain, and some of the stores not opening today because of that. Some of the stores didn't open because of that. They didn't want to deal with the rain. So all of that impacted everything in our country. When stores don't open, impact the economy of the country. People not making money. You see? And when people not making money, they can't bring no goods in the country. We're already facing problems when investors come in the country. When you come in the country, how will you function in the country when every time it rains, the whole country flooded? You can't operate like that. Investors rid of that. Then you got the dirt, the feces, all the nasty things in the street. When it rain, all that thing mix up. Nobody want to be in that thing. Oh, you gotta dress good for it. You gotta have on real high boots way up to your knees and stuff like that. So you don't want to walk in that kind of water, sand. But it's all
So
a,
rain boot is make
even with the rain boots, sand,
anytime you gotta wear a boot.
even with the rain boots, you gotta walk in your house. You're not to your house and take out the rain boots at the door and leave at the door and walk in barefoot. No, you gotta walk in your house. You gotta walk in building. All that thing doesn't stop the feces from coming from under your boots or the stench and nastiness that associated with all that water
Mm-hmm.
in the building with that water. What is it in that water? Then other people gotta walk around in that water too. You know, there are so many things connected with all of those kind of things, and sometimes we gotta be conscious of the things because they affect us in different ways. You know, and that's why it's when you don't have the right things to protect yourself, you expose things. And those people riding those big cars and those government officials, they're not worried about all of that. You know, they got people to tow them from the car to the house, right? And they got hammocks, people that come with hammocks, come with a hammer, running with a hammer and say, get inside, let me take you to the house. We're going back to the 1860 and 19.
Mm-hmm.
People, you gotta have people to tow you, people to lift you up.
It's happening.
You gotta do it. The country is messed up.
They charge you $100 to cross a bridge because the water you want to walk in that water. So the guy will come and you get on his back. He cross you either 100 or 150 depending on the level of the water.
And some of those guys, some of those people do have it for those guys, my man. I saw one guy,
Mm-hmm.
the little kid went to the car to get a big heavy man. And you jump on the kid back before the kid both of them.
He said, "Guy in the water."
You were trying to prevent. Both of them fell in the water. Then you kind of,
Yeah.
you know, what is that? So when you pay your 150 bucks, you gotta make sure that person who come to carry you,
Mm.
first of all, is higher than the water. They're not low enough when they take you all your shoes will be in the water. They gotta be tall enough. So when they stand up, at least their knees be over the water or their hip be over the water so they carry you. If not, you're defeating the purpose. Your shoes can get wet, your knees can get wet, so you might as well walk. But even walking in that kind of water, Sam, even
Mm.
in that kind of water, man, when you get out of that water dry, your clothes mess up because
Your body itchy.
that's mud, that's dirt. All that you look at water, but when you get dry, all your clothes will get like tarpaulin. You know how tarpaulin hard.
Mm-hmm.
All your
Yeah.
you get, then you get jigger your toes. Oh man, I remember, man, when we were when I was in the army training, that whole day we in the mud, man, whole day,
Mm.
son, because you crawling. They got a creek. The creek full of. You see the creek, you don't go there. But they gotta do it for us, for the military people. You gotta get used to getting that kind of water. So even the creek with around the military base, you see that creek, you don't go there. It's green, it's dirty, it looks nasty. You gotta jump in it. You gotta walk in that thing that fresh water. Like you just walk it through the water. It ain't bother you. You gotta jump in that thing as soon as they tell you to jump inside. So all day you in mud. You come out of that mud, I remember, and this is the medical school now. This is medical training in the military, in medical training. You gotta go in the mud in order to always did one whole day in the mud from morning, like from 4 o'clock in the morning to like 6 in the night. We're in the mud, all in the mud, swimming in the mud, doing it. Then you sit down. When your time finish, you go sit down and wait. You're not going to change your clothes, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to sit down in the hot sun after playing the mud. You go sit down. But before you can get up, your clothes so heavy on you because all the mud not dry. They're not turning to clay, and the clay just heavy. Every time you move, you just rock, 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 rock. You know, it just, yeah.
That training, you gotta get used to the hard way. What happened tomorrow? You are sitting at the wall front, and come across these things.
I'm telling you, I never had jigger in 4, 5, 6 of my fingers.
Hmm?
You know what it is? I didn't eat you. They got jigger here too. You play in that water, that nasty water all day. And then that one day you play in it, you come in the next day on the whatever training class you do it. You do it there in. You get 3, 4 days. Mud every morning, you go on cheese, come back, clean clothes, you jump in right in the mud, jump back in the mud, go wash that clothes, come back, clean clothes, jump in the mud. So at that rate, you end up with Jesus. Luckily, the America, the not Liberia where you gotta go find somebody to pick the chicken for your tools. You go into the infirmary, they give you medicine, all that thing come out of your tools. But people get bigger here too, man. Especially that for you do kind of things. So I just go to say, in the life in Liberia, it seems like just living in mud and dirt and getting up and drying up and going right back in it. That thing alone generates sickness. You know, just playing the mud, I told you, like I was still 4, 5, 6 jigger in my toe. It was a common thing. You know, you sit there all day with your shoes, all mud in the shoes, mud in your boots all day. You sit there. So just imagine every day you wake up, the hell of a torrential rain, or in your house, or outside. How you exist, man? Everything is terrible. You come outside and dirt and nastiness, then you stay flooding again, all the waterways flooded up, and you see the thing the people are throwing the dirt in the streets. What that water coming from right in the streets, Sam? When I see the gonna be cringing, man. Oh Lord, the people gonna deal with these things. Man, you see the sun coming in outside in the morning now. That's when you see the back of my office, my room's all lit up because this sun can be some terrible in the morning sometimes. It can be.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting some hot weathers because the weather change, the how they call it, climatic changes. It will soon start affecting our country. Right here in America, Sam, every time it rains or it snows or every day now there's something going on with the weather. People are having heat waves. Can you imagine how hot can it be, man? Somebody just come from my car to my door, man. I'm sweating. It's so now you can't sit outside, man. But you see, in Liberia, we're used to the 80 degrees, 90 degrees, that kind of weather, between 80 and 90. In Liberia, it's mostly between 75 to 90. So that rain, we close it. When you're in 100 degrees weather, it's so terrible, it's unbearable. And you don't got no air condition, the wind not moving, everything just stays. How can you survive, man? People die from that kind of thing. In our case in America too, we have heat waves, especially in Texas. It's been 110 degrees for a week now. How you supposed to that kind of thing? You not air conditioning, man. The air not moving. The heat just sitting over you. You put the air conditioner on, you put a fan on. That is seeing hot air, you circulate it. No cold air coming. We're killing people. You know, so, and that way you got to open shelters and these different places for people to go and get air conditioned. Because you put a fan in your house on, you just killing yourself because the heat will not stop. You just circulating the heat. So in America, they open all these churches and they got places they call shelters where people can go. They use the churches, they use the halls, certain halls where they got air conditioning and things like that. They put the air conditioner on during hot weather the days, and people go just sit down there, just sit in the air conditioner. You see now in the night too, it'll be so unbearable, my man. 100 degrees in the night, day, 100 degrees in the night. How can you handle that? That's what people die from. You get heat stroke. You know, you get so hot, you get confused, you don't know what happened to you. It's coming to Liberia because once there's global warming, that means Liberia and Africa is going to get hot. You know, right now, people are dealing with 80 degrees, 85 degree weather. When you're dealing with 100, 115, 20 degree weather every day, it's different than a lifestyle. That's different from the life. Just like right now, some people in the pool dealing with -0 degree weather for weeks. That's terrible cold, man. So right now they're looking at the world. How we're gonna live in the next 10, 15 years when the world get warmer? How we gonna live? How we gonna live underground? Because we live on the earth, we don't live under the earth. We don't know really what's under the earth. But places like Liberia, you know, you can't. There's no way to live under the earth in Liberia. Liberia is below sea level, so everywhere you dig, there's land except to build some special living. But in America here, some places here you can go deep underground, man. Deep. A mile. You can go 2 miles deep underground and build. They got caves. So they don't know, we don't know what's in the earth. We don't live in the earth, we live on the earth. If we're living in the earth, we know what's in the earth. So it doesn't matter. Right now we don't live in the earth. We live on the earth. When it gets hot, people gotta start going in the earth. People start going to caves, building secret channels. How will people survive in Africa? Sea level. And there will all be tornadoes, hurricanes. No kind of bad weather, man. Tidal waves, tsunamis. You know, when things get bad, Liberia and Ghana and Africa, we have tsunamis. We have bad hurricanes. You know what a hurricane is, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What it is? What's a hurricane?
Hurricane? There's a strong wind that comes to destroy, strong wind.
For a rainy season, but a bad rainy season.
Yeah,
The rainy season that will pull the roof over your house.
But you experience hurricanes sometimes in Texas, and it stays there.
Yeah, that's why I say
and destroy a lot of places.
Yeah, we know hurricane, but in Liberia we don't call it hurricane, we call it rainy season and all of that. Yeah, we call it hurricane. Because when you wake up in the morning, you see people zinc flying out of their houses, the whole zinc just live out of the house and they're going. You know that's hurricane. So you know, Sam. we don't see real bad weather in our country. We don't. Because when we hear about tornado, we don't even have this,
No, we're not experiencing Liberia.
we don't have the slightest idea what that is. Tsunami. We even got the slightest idea what we hear about it. I tell everybody before I came to America, I dream about tsunami. I know that Liberia or where, but I know the country I was in, Sam. Luckily for me, that day I was up a hill, way up a hill, climbing a tree. I went to see the big plum. When I came down the tree, I just heard, wow, like a lightning struck. But this one, it was different. It was the whole world shook. When it finished, then I was on top of the hill. I could see the city around under me. So I looked at the city. The city was there. Then I looked towards the ocean. I couldn't see no ocean, sir. The ocean had disappeared. People were coming to the ocean because all the fish were jumping up in the ocean. Where the water was, there was no water. The water had gone back. And the fish were just jumping. All the fish were jumping. And people were running in the water to get the fish. Oh, look at the fish. Look. Sam, that water drew back. There was no water. Then after like 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, I just heard that lightning again. Bah! That big noise struck through all the world. Then when I looked, that water started coming back, Sam. The water was as high as the sky. It was coming back, and it was coming from the horizon. So all the people there, when they saw the water coming, they started running out of the water. But some of them couldn't move because where the water was, they were stuck in the mud. There was mud. Some of them were stuck in the mud. They couldn't run fast enough. And the water was coming, Sam. That water came and covered everything, covered the whole city, buried the whole city. I was on top of a mountain, looking at everything, and that water came up all the way to where I was. Sam, I was there, my heart was in my that water was come up the water got to my toes. It stopped right under my toes. It was just hitting. You know how the water that just hit the
bank, they get a rock or so.
yeah. How I would do it was just hitting where my toes. I was just looking at the water under my toes, so I was scared. No land. All the land that I saw, all the buildings were covered. Everything was covered. Because I was way up a hill. We were looking at the city, and that water came and covered everything. It came all the way up to where I was, up to my toes. Everything was buried underwater. Then the water just stopped. It just sat there for like 30 seconds. Then I heard bah again. Now water just went back. Everything in that city was in the ocean. People, everything was in the water, ocean. I woke up in a cold sweat, Sam. I was sweating. I had never seen. It scared me. It scared me. Then when I came to America, I wanted to learn about these different things. I saw a movie called Twister about tornado. Sam, we hear about these things, tornado, and all these things. We don't know how dangerous those things are. Those things are small. You muted.
Yeah, I was saying tornado, earthquake, and all that. We mean Liberia not experience it.
Sam,
Volcano eruption and all stuff like that.
Imagine that thing coming to you a mile wide. It's not a little small, little street. It's not a common one street. is a mile wide, 1 mile wide. Wind coming to it, they can destroy anything in the path. How you afford that thing, Sam? How can you afford that thing? You can't run 1 mile one way, 1 mile one way. You caught in the middle. The thing is 1 mile long. And everything around it is sucking it up in the everything coming in is going around. Rock, sticks, houses, thing, everything in there. Cars. You get in that thing there, you dead. Because everything will hit you. You don't know what will hit you. You could get hit by thing, you could get hit by car, because it takes out everything. And just imagine, people deal with that thing in this country, man. That thing go through a whole, Sam, you see a whole city after that thing go through it, nothing left. Nothing left. If you got basement, if you up, you gone. You gone. People don't live for that kind of thing. People tell stories. Like one of the boys lived for it recently. It picked him up from his house. The kid said he woke up, he was somewhere else. He didn't know where he was. He got up. They thing drop him somewhere else. They thing can drop you anywhere. If you do survive, it could drop you in the ocean.
I just watched a movie last night. It's the same hurricane. It wiped the entire village and whole community. Everything when people went all in the forest, you know where they landed.
Yeah.
It took time, yeah, before helicopter looking for people all around. I watched a movie last night.
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah.
And when the tornado happens on the water, it's called a water spout. That means anything in the water, because it's spinning. Anything we take it from there. So you can be in the desert one day walking, you see a ship in the desert. You say, "Oh, how did the ship got here?" Or you walking one day, you see a man swimming in the tree dead, hanging. I mean, the man was swimming in the water, and the hurricane came. They call it water spout. The hurricane that happened in the water, they call it water spout. It picks up anything in the water, it will bring it on land and drop it anywhere. So if you are lucky, man, you swimming or you boat in the water, nothing will come pick your boat up. When they look, they find your boat in the desert. They say, "Oh, how the boat got in the desert?" The hurricane came with the water dissipated, and it just dropped everything here. And that's what happens. So anything in the lake, in the river, anything there, when that thing come, it pick it up. You gone. You in a boat, you in a ship, you in a yacht. If it's big enough, it pick everything up. You gone. Because it will stay spinning, sometimes it come on land. Once it come on land and ends on land, everything in that water will end on the land. So if that ship, that boat, because you don't know, I told you the thing can be wide, it can be 1 mile long. So if you pick up something 1 mile long in the water, it can drop it anywhere on land. So now you see a dead man in swimsuit in the desert, dead. See how the man, how the guy in swimsuit, a water spout must have picked him up from the water. A ship in the desert, anything is possible. But anyway, that's enough talking for today. General education. What you got?
Thank you.
Let's close, Sam. What you got to say?
Well, the only thing I gotta say this morning is peace. Peace. And we all gotta yearn for that peace. Other than that, we don't want to go back to the dark days. Like Ellen said sometime last week, this government is taking that blood to the dark days. But you were the cause. You brought this government us. What we're praying for now is just peace. We hope today our meeting with our political parties will be successful.
You see the
May God
deceitful.
bless like yeah.
She brought the government. She said
Yeah.
they were the future of our country. Now she said the country going back to the dark days.
The dark days.
The
So she was the cause.
very future she said she was bringing for us. Well, Sam, take care, brother. I'll talk with you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is this election all about? That's why I want to know. Why are Liberian people so happy and enthusiastic about having this opportunity to vote? Why? Because we want to control our country. We want to have a say on how our country is being run, how our country is being developed, what our leaders are doing, how they are doing it. We want to say in our country and its leadership. And those things cannot and will not happen if we continue on the trend and pace as we are on today. For our country to change, we have to change. We are the people that are making our country what it is. We are the people that are responsible for directing this nation. Yes, we have our leaders. Yes, we have our representatives, but they take instruction from us. And that's why they come to us before they make decisions. That's why we must monitor everything they do to make sure that what they say they will do, because they make the laws. They do the governance of our nation. Yes, at some point we may have some input in it, but they have majority of the input. And we as a people are the caretakers and caregivers of this nation. We empower these people who lead us, who make decisions for us. We have a say in our government. We have a say in their leadership, and we cannot take it for granted. We cannot be lackadaisical when it comes to securing and protecting our rights, our laws, our regulations that govern and protect our nation and people. We must hold people accountable to follow our laws. That's why we have written laws, so all of us know our laws and know what to expect of our leaders and know what our leaders will expect from us if they don't do what they're supposed to do. But when we keep quiet, when we ignore our laws and let people trample upon them because they got power, because we think they can harm us or do things to us to shut us up, we'll lose everything we got. We'll lose everything we got. And we already don't have anything. We already don't have anything. We are a struggling race of people. What little we have to protect. We have to grow, or we have nothing. And in order for us to do all these things that are positive in our lives, we must have positive thinking. We must think for the whole and not for the few and for the greedy. We must think for the whole so that our country can grow from the collective efforts and dreams and desires of our people, not from the few. No, my people. And this is what we're all dreaming about. That inclusiveness will include people who are disciplined, people who have ideals and want to make positive changes, people who want to grow their lives so their children can have an opportunity to live better lives than we are living. We cannot accomplish all those things if we keep wanting to live like the people in the past. If we keep wanting to support these leaders who are corrupt and evil. If we don't straighten up our families And let our brothers and sisters and uncles and cousins know when they are stealing from us, they need to go to jail too, just like the criminals in our nation. We need to stand up for justice, for truth, for positivity. And it must start with us. Change must start with us. Look at yourself in the mirror. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. And let's come together and build a good and powerful nation based on our rule of law that it shows justice, fairness, equality, and peace. Aluta continua. My class is done. I see you tomorrow to keep and govern yourselves accordingly.